Pazuzu, a 12-year-old girl, started playing with a Ouija board in her basement, answering a voice that called itself Captain Howdy. She thought she'd made a friend. That voice had already been around for 4,000 years. Pazuzu isn't something the movie invented. He's real mythology, dug up out of the ancient Mesopotamian and Assyrian world, worshipped and feared more than 3,000 years ago. King of the wind demons, the one who rode in on the hot east wind, carrying plague and famine behind him. Back then, people actually wore his image for protection. They hung Pazuzu around their necks to keep other evils away. The movie took that idea and flipped it, and turned the old protector into the thing you needed protecting from. He doesn't attack Reagan. That's not how he works. He moves into her, slowly, wearing her body and her voice, and using them against every single person who loves her. He picked a child on purpose. A little girl breaking apart in front of her own mother does more damage than any amount of screaming ever could. The spinning head, the voice, the impossible strength. All of it is him, showing you the girl is already gone. He didn't want to kill her. He wanted her mother in the room for every second of it. The lipstick face demon. The family did the smart thing. They figured the house was haunted, so they packed everything up and moved somewhere new. It didn't help even a little, because the house was never the problem. Their son was. This one doesn't even have a real name. The credits just call it the lipstick face demon, and sometimes the man with fire on his face, and that namelessness is part of what makes it work. It lives somewhere called the Further, a dark plane sitting between life and death, crowded with the souls of people who got lost there. Red skin, black eyes, hooves and long claws. James Wan built it to look like something out of a nightmare rather than something out of an old religious painting. Familiar enough to scare you, strange enough that you can't quite place it. It isn't trying to kill the boy, Dalton. It wants to wear him. It wants to shove his soul out of his own body and move into the empty space that's left. It found him because he could astral project in his sleep, drifting too far out into the Further, night after night, and it's been sitting at the edge of him ever since, sharpening its claws, waiting. It knows that sooner or later the boy will be unguarded. Picture that. Something patient enough to wait at the edge of a sleeping child, for as long as it takes, just for the one night nobody's watching. Valak, out of every shape it could have taken, it chose a nun. Think about that for a second. It picked the one image that's supposed to mean safety and holiness, and it wore that face specifically to spit on every prayer said against it. Valak is real demonology, not something cooked up for the film. It's the 62nd spirit listed in the Ars Goetia, part of a 17th century grimoire called the Lesser Key of Solomon. In those old texts it carries the title, Great President of Hell, and it commands 30 legions of spirits. Its true form in the original lore isn't a nun at all, though. It's described as a small child with angel's wings, riding on a two-headed dragon. The nun is something the movie gave it, and that choice is the smartest thing about the character. Because a demon that hides inside holiness can walk right up to the people who'd never suspect it. It goes after the faithful on purpose. Frightening someone who already doubts is easy, and it's boring. Breaking someone who truly believes is the prize. So it appears behind you, in the shape you'd least expect, in the one place you thought you were safe, and it turns everything that was supposed to protect you, the habit, the cross, the chapel walls, into part of the nightmare. It didn't wear that disguise to hide from you. It wore it so the thing you trusted the most would be the thing that came for you.